Morning world, it's the 31st of August 2016, it's about 8:45 in the morning. It's the day before the eclipse. So, a number of things to cover on this. Firstly, the eclipse is tomorrow, right, okay. Eclipses happen every year, similar to this. This one's a bit bigger than many, not as big as some. It's not a total eclipse, but it's a near total eclipse, 75% total eclipse over the centre of mainland Africa. Most other places won't see it. It's compounded by the fact that on the day of the eclipse and in the immediate 24 hours after, the Sun and the Moon are opposite Neptune and square Saturn. This makes it a very difficult aspect. It creates a potential for a lot of issues around water with Neptune, hence the large amounts of drownings and even environmental issues that have been going on over this last week or two. Both of them are squaring Saturn, so there's a complete lack of boundary. Any attempt to create clarity, definition and boundary and structure at this time is simply not working. Add to this that Mercury is now retrograde. Mercury went retrograde yesterday afternoon and it's going to stay retrograde now for the next 22 days. Compounded by the fact that Mercury is retrograde on top of Jupiter, both at 28 degrees of Virgo, which is going to be sticking around for the next 72 hours. So during the eclipse we have a Mercury retrograde conjunct Jupiter. So on the one hand, oh my God, it's an eclipse of the Sun, and it's opposite Neptune, and Mercury's conjunct Jupiter, run for the hills, run for the hills. On the other hand, Mercury retrograde conjunct Jupiter is going to make everything much more amplified and exaggerated than it really is. And it'd be really easy for people to do the headless chicken, to dream things in, or to manifest ongoing situations as being much bigger or larger than they actually are. The moon is currently in late Leo. I think it's a void moon probably all most of today through to about I'm guessing here, but I'm guessing through to about 5 p.m. tonight, UK time. Because of this, I think that today's a day where there's little can be done apart from, as I say, headless chicken, mindless panic. Don't buy into the hype and spin. Anything that you see in the news today is likely to be somewhat over-exaggerated. Tomorrow, the eclipse itself, I think the place is going to be in a kind of, the world's going to be in what I would call a static field. If it were an individual, I'd be saying, look, there's sparks coming out of your ears. There's a sense of overstatedness about everything. And the following day, Friday, when the Sun is exactly opposite Saturn and square Neptune, that's when I expect any manifestations of this. But by the weekend, I think we're through this, and then we're into Mercury retrograde proper. Mercury will be clearing Jupiter. See, Mercury retrograde conjunct Jupiter is a bit of a weird one, folks, because it's in Virgo where Mercury is really strong and Jupiter doesn't like being. Mercury retrograde conjunct Jupiter. Jupiter brings growth and expansion, hope, optimism, humour, philosophy, higher education, the desire for travel. That's why it's connected with Sagittarius. It also brings the capacity for larger than life situations, over-exaggeration, overweight, overspending, doing anything in a big way. Remember, Jupiter is bigger than all the other planets put together, but it has no surface. There is no substance to Jupiter, it is just hot gas. It gives out twice as much heat and light as it receives from the Sun. You can't land on it, so there's nothing solid about it. It's a hot air, it's a big gas balloon, which is why it exaggerates and overemphasizes. With retrograde Mercury on top of it, anybody who's already going through difficult circumstances is likely to find them quite exaggerated over the coming 2 or 3 days. Now, this is particularly affecting those people born from about the 16th to the 22nd, 23rd of March, September, December and June, in the last week of Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces and Virgo. And those people born in the last 2 weeks of those signs are the ones who are being most affected by the Mercury retrograde, which is ongoing until the 22nd of September. I've done a lot of videos for individual clients and a lot of readings for individual clients in the last few days, specifically about the coming month or two. And it's amazing to me, astrologically speaking, how quiet the period from this coming Saturday onwards for a week really is, only to be superseded by a period of really very, very hectic and fast activity over the period of the 12th to the 18th of September. And this is in individual clients' charts. Why this should be, and it's not really being replicated in the world, apart from the ongoing Sun square Mars, bemuses me. More on the Sun square Mars another time, because I'm running out of time on this one. It's retrograde Mercury conjunct Jupiter. It'll be easy just to babble on. I'll leave it here for today, but I'm a bit late doing the sun sign videos. They will be up today, but it's probably not going to be for another 12 hours or so, so watch this space. Alright world, I'll get off and I'll do another one in the morning. Sweet dreams, good night, bye bye.